What's going on, good people? You know what time it is. This your boy, the historian in the building. Hey, we got a loaded show for you tonight. So sit back, relax. We got you covered. It's the Birdcage, man. Let's go.
Okay, y'all, this is it.
What's going on, people? You know what time it is. You either get right or you get left. Hey, welcome to the cage tonight. We got a few things for you today. Like I said, big one in Arizona. Falcons are gonna try to get to it, man. This is just one of these things today. We got Graybeard in the building tonight. What's up, Gray?
What's going on? What's going on? How everybody doing? How you doing there, Mr. Historian?
Man, I can't call it. Just sitting back, just shaking my head because, again, right now we're just playing for pride at this point.
Again?
Yeah. At this point, we're playing for pride, as we all know. We got a few more people that's going to be joining us soon. But, man, let's go ahead and get to it, man. We got the holidays coming up right now. I just think we need to just give the Falcons a lump of coal. That's just my opinion on that.
They've been getting a lump of gold for the past 8 years.
Well, it should continue then. That's my whole thing. It needs to continue at this point. But
it's kind of depressing that it's the holiday and it's just like.
Hold up, my man said StreamYard is dark. I got you. Hold up, bro. Let me pop out and pop back in.
But hey, man, we got a good show for y'all, man. Get back, relax. You know what I'm saying? Historian will be back and we'll get the party started.
All right, I'm back. As we said before, it's just one of those things where you just sit back and you just wonder what's going on. And when you Falcons, it's just bad. It's just bad at this point. But
we can point at everything at this point.
But here's the thing, I'm not gonna sit here and just stay on the bad stuff. I got to say there's some good stuff that comes along with it too.
Yeah.
It's some good stuff that comes along with it too at this point. When you look at it, the offense show, you know, it's a good thing, but then it's a messed up thing that kind of pisses you off when you look at this offense, because in the last game against Tampa, they showed flashes of being able to do some stuff at this point. And it's frustrating. It's very frustrating at this point when you sit back and you just think about it. And we're gonna start this off with not such a good segment right now. We're gonna talk a little bit about Bijan Robinson.
Okay.
The comments that were made. Look, at this point, I understand that he was upset. I mean, not upset. He was in a good mood. He was talking about something that went along with how they grew up playing it. Some of us grew up playing what we call tackle loco, or you play bust 'em up 21. But there was a term that was derogatory that offended some folks that are in the media and also within the LBGTQ community out here. And it's no and I'm not saying that to be in a disrespectful manner, but the comment, if you saw the comment, go ahead and go look at it. I'm not going to put it out there because, again, I don't need anybody getting on me. But yes, that's a terminology that they use out there in Texas, Arizona, and different states and whatnot. So if you were playing football, it's certain terms that was used back in the day, but now it's considered politically incorrect. And it wasn't really a good look for Bijan Robinson at this point. How do you feel? How do you feel about how the media took it and they put it out there for Bijan at this point?
I just think
with Bijan at this point.
I really didn't put too much stock into it. I just think for me, I think Bijan made a mistake. He came back, quickly apologized for it because I didn't think he had what he said was gonna be blown out of context. Because if you played football, especially if you played in the Texas area, the Oklahoma, Arizona area, you already know. But again, it's just another little red flag you can put on the team. But I don't, like I said, everybody knows Bijan is probably the most model citizen on the team besides Drake London and besides any other. I mean, he literally is like the role model that kids want to look up to. So,
But
I
here's
think
the thing.
I think it's a human error, and I'm
But,
glad that he made accountability for it.
but here's the thing: when you're in a city that has one of the largest populations from the alphabet community, that right there is a bit alarming to that culture. I'm not sitting back and saying that I particularly think that it was harmful because that was a term that was used for him growing up playing ball. Now, everybody said, well, he's grown now. He should know this. Here's the thing, folks. That's something that was a term that was used for him playing football growing up. Look, I'm not about anybody being offended. I'm not about anybody being disrespected. But at the same time, you have to also understand this is one of the most straight-laced players that we have, and he was the first one to apologize about what happened. But again, folks chose to be offended. Folks chose to be offended by what happened. We got Coach Cam in the building. We're going to let Coach Cam kind of touch on that a little bit, man. How do you feel about what happened? Good evening, by the way. How do you feel about what happened with Bijan Robinson after the game? It was a comment that was taken out of context, and it offended the LGBTQ community as well as folks in the national media. And it just wasn't a good look for him, even though for us, we all grew up playing football in the neighborhood, and that was a term that was used. How do you feel the media do you think they took this way out of proportion, or do you feel as if they were justified in being able to hold him accountable for what he said, in your opinion, sir? We can't hear you if you're speaking, Coach.
Try to say something.
Oh, y'all put it on me. My bad.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Oh man! First of all, I'm laughing.
You know what? I'm not fooling with you. I'm done with you right now, Cam. See, this is what happens when you get folks that want to sit here and play around. So, Cam,
I'm laughing at the title.
I want to hear what you got to say about this, about Bijan Robinson and the look that he's getting right now. It's not a good look right now for this organization, and it's kind of tough at this point.
To be honest, he's still a kid. In more ways than one. He's still not fully mentally completed. So again, he was just having fun, saying he wasn't really thinking about his words. So I'm not gonna put too much stock in him because he immediately apologized. No one needed to, to prompt him to do so or anything like that. Bijan is a pretty stand-up gentleman, so I'm not gonna put too much into it. That's what we called it around the way. we called it other things, kill the pill, and all these other things. So I mean, there's certain ways of how we talk. So people will always look to talk about things they don't quite understand because they're not from that culture. It was nothing that he really said that was wrong. It was just he was speaking freely and he forgot where he was.
Agreed.
I don't put too much on him.
Okay.
Agreed.
But you got to ask that question because you also have to remember Atlanta has one of the largest populations of that community. So you're in the city with this community, and the last thing you want to do, because a lot of them are ticket holders too. They're people too. It's just a different lifestyle. But the way that it came off and the way the media tried to blow it up, I didn't like it. I'm just gonna be honest. I didn't like how they tried to blow it up. But yeah. I respect the fact that he took ownership of it. He didn't try to hide from it, and he apologized to everyone that is a part of that community. And guess what? Look, you don't have to agree with someone's lifestyle. You don't have to. But at the same time, everyone's due respect. And I feel as if he atoned for a disrespectful slur that he threw out there. And hopefully everybody in the community can forgive him for that. But again, hey, that's just what it is. If you live the lifestyle, it is what it is. Nobody's going to tell me to live a certain way either, because guess what? We're in America. We have a free choice to a certain extent of what we can and can't do. But we're not going to make this about a political show, but we needed to make sure that we pointed this out, because at the end of the day, if you love red and black, we're going to talk about what's going on with this team, but this was a serious matter, excuse me. So again, he's going to grow up, he's going to matriculate, and hopefully this right here doesn't hurt him within different folks that's there. What's up, man, Mike? But anywho, with everybody coming through or whatnot, here's the other thing that we also got to talk about and discuss that's going on that most people aren't talking about right now. The other thing that we have going on with the Falcons is we got you have Kirk Cousins talking about Michael Penix Jr. in rehab at this point. He gave him a positive message, pretty much told him, hey, you're going to be back, fight through it. You've been through this before, and I understand what it's like to go through an injury too. You've gone through it multiple times. You have the right stuff to move forward and get yourself right to get back to producing as an NFL quarterback. How do you guys feel about Kirk Cousins giving positive words to the young quarterback that he is competing with right now still, and him just being supportive? How do you guys feel, and how do you guys take it if you take the feelings of what Kirk did last season out of the equation and you talk about him just trying to be supportive of a teammate?
Go ahead, Coach Cam.
If we're being honest, Kirk Cousins is a stand-up guy. Because if you really look at it, last year when he found out that he lost the starting spot, he went to Michael Penix and spoke to him and told him how important it is for him to be the leader of the group, to be the loudest voice. And he's continuing to do that. He shows that he's a professional. He's a class act, and he's always been this kind of person throughout his career. So nothing that he says right now or anything that he does is different. That's just who he is as a person. He's always been that kind of leader who leads from the front, not with just his word, but also his actions. So big ups to Kirk for still being the motivation as well as a great teammate to a young guy who's really looking at, another serious injury on his list. So big ups to Kirk.
Yeah, just to piggyback with Coach Cam, I agree. Kirk, he's always been the type of way. He's been like that in Minnesota days, and you even go back to Washington. So it does show that they are a teammate, and he's trying to be a good teammate and be like, look, I understand it's gonna be a hard road, but I know you got the right makeup and the right stuff to get past it. So man, you go ahead and lock in, get well cool. Let me go ahead and try to steer the boat and I got your back. So it just showed that they are teammates, because the media like to paint always try to paint them one against the other, even though they are trying to compete for the starting job. So it was good to see, and the golf will just let you know how good they are as teammates.
And it's something that I got to put out here because this is going to fall into this. And Coach Brand, I'm gonna put this comment up, put a star on it. But the other thing that you have to look at this point is Kirk's still trying to keep him a job at this point. You know what I'm saying? And the funny part about it is there are going to be some people that are not going to be sold on Kirk. They're going to feel like he's trying to BS around because he's trying to get a job back. But here's the thing, man. At the end of the day, regardless of how you feel about the man actually did the right thing. He hollered at him. And the thing was, he didn't go public with it. The news reporters went public with it. So however you want to look at it, Kirk wasn't looking for no validation for that. He was just being a teammate. And if anybody's ever been in a locker room before, you might not like a guy, but the last thing you want to see is one of your teammates go down, even if you're competing against them. That's just natural. But if you feel as if he's on the BS, hey, it's all good. Everybody's entitled to it. I just said that this is America. You have that opinion. You have the right to say that. Now, speaking of that, there's been a lot of talk right now with Joe Burrow being pissed off right now with the Cincinnati Bengals. The Cincinnati Bengals, he's not happy with right now. Now, I don't think that they're going to let him go, but the Atlanta Falcons are the third landing spot, and this came from BetGM, and this was leaked by an outsider that works for ESPN, pretty much an insider that's a bit of an outsider of that organization. There's a lot of messy stuff going on with the Bengals right now. Quiet as it's kept. Now, this is just talk for right now. It's not going to happen because that contract is too massive and we can't take him. No. But what we are going to do in the birdcage, we're going to entertain the BS today for once. I'm just going to be honest with you. You gotta entertain it because it was put out by a reputable source and you have to entertain it at this point. Now, with the upgrade is what we would say, because this would be a tremendous upgrade if you did get a Joe Burrow. The question is this: would you trust bringing in something like that if you had the opportunity to? So here's my question. You guys say no, but why wouldn't you trust bringing a Joe Burrow in here, a guy that actually was proven that went to a Super Bowl with a riff-raff type of team with the Bengals?
It's not Joe Burrow that I'm concerned about. It's our front office that I'm concerned about. That's my main issue. And then on top of that, you think if Dak Robinson can barely get Michael Penix up to par, how in the world do you think he's gonna do with goddamn Joe Burrow?
Joe would run his own offense. You really think he's gonna listen to him?
And that's the point.
And here's the thing: if he does run his own offense, he plays for the cheapest team in the league, the worst team, one of the worst franchises in the NFL next to ours. Let's just keep that a book. They've gone to 3 Super Bowls with an owner that squeezes ketchup packets to put into a bottle and sell it for $2.50. I'm just saying. We got K-Dub that just popped in, but I don't know. At this point, I hear what you're saying about our organization, but the Bengals is much worse than us, fellas.
I agree.
Much worse.
I agree, but at the same time, I don't trust it because I think our coaching staff is not up to par either. So,
if you bring him in with this defense and we can actually upgrade the offensive line, he's already got weapons. That's not the problem. It's the O-line that's the problem at this point. I've been preaching this for years.
But he gonna want Ja'Marr Chase, man. And we don't got the cap space.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So Cam, so before you go on your tirade, we gotta let K-Dub get a little piece of this because he just stepped into the building. Got to get his feet wet. Now, not saying that this is going to happen, K-Dub. This is just something that was leaked because he was pissed off or whatnot about what's been going on in Cincinnati. Now, a reputable source has provided that Atlanta is the third best landing spot for Joe Burrow at this point. Now, if you had a chance in some way to magically waive a one and get rid of Kirk to bring Burrow in, how would you feel about that?
I mean, what's the number on Burrow though? I think that's
That
a high
contract
number.
is going to be a hell of a lot cheaper than Kirk's right now.
I mean, if I knew the number on, I want to know the exact numbers. But I'm not poo-pooing Joe Burrow, but he's had the same kind of injury history that Penix has had. So, I mean, the guy stays hurt. So, I mean, he plays great when he's available, but he's always hurt. So that's just my opinion. I'm not knocking it. If we can get him, we can get him. If not, that's just my opinion on it. It's a.
Because Burrow's only been injured twice in his career.
No, you better look at that. He's been hurt. He's been hurt more than twice in his career, even in college. So I'm going back to college too.
So here's the thing. Even at LSU, he didn't have a season-ending injury on neither one of those years. He was banged up, but he played through that though. The two season-ending injuries he had was when he was in the NFL. He never missed any games at LSU like that.
Did he miss any time at Ohio State? I don't know. I mean, I know he wasn't started.
He wasn't a starter. He left Ohio State. He was a
did he get hurt in practice? So sometimes people get hurt in practice.
No, he never got hurt in practice.
Okay. I mean, I didn't follow him when he was at Ohio State. I'm just wondering. I'm not knocking him. I mean, I like Joe Burrow. I mean, he did something nasty to the dogs in college. But
why you got to bring that back up?
Hell, you brought his ass up. I wasn't even thinking about no Joe Burrow. You brought up Joe Burrow, so
you said the dogs. No,
but what I'm saying, he did us nasty though. He did us nasty. Did he not?
He did.
Hey,
he did us real bad.
He did.
Hey, that was just a good old fashioned ass whipping they gave us.
Yeah, I mean, against the same guys that won back to back. So I mean,
remember they did it twice to us with him. Unfortunately.
I know. That's what I'm trying to get at. He did us real bad. So what I'm saying is, I'm not knocking the guy, but I cannot erase your injury history, just like they want to talk about Penix. So I mean, hey, don't bring up guys that be getting hurt.
I see what you're doing here. But
you want to bring me in, so I'm gonna bring me in.
But here's the difference, though. Burrow didn't get messed up in college like Penix did.
I'm just saying, the man been injured. College, pro, whatever. He's been injured.
He's only been injured 2 times.
He's been injured
in the NFL. But however, he's led his team to a Super Bowl. He's been a top player since he's been in this league and been one of the best quarterbacks to come into the league that has had a Heisman Trophy.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm not gonna poo-poo him.
He's not a bust.
I like the guy. I like him, but he has the injury history. Period.
Here's my question.
Not like Penix, though.
Here's my question.
He has a checkered. If he has not been injured, he has a checkered past.
Here's my question. What
you got, Gray?
Here's my question. If you're trying to bring in a Joe Burrow, you pretty much don't let people know that you don't gave up on Michael Penix.
No, not exactly.
Not necessarily. Did you read it? He still
hey, look, I'm with you, Gray Beard. I mean, you bring in a all-world player like a Joe Burrow, man. That man is pushed to the wayside.
Not exactly. Not exactly. And I'll say this: we all know Michael Penix may not be back for the start of the season, right?
Yeah,
we know that. We do know that.
So if you do give Joe Burrow life, or whatever, give him a second chance to play ball his way, that's only going to help Michael Penix, because guess what? It allows him to sit behind a quarterback who will help him develop, who will still get on him, because if something were to happen to him, now you have an actual quarterback that you got to learn from up close. So when it is your time to get back in the saddle, you have the knowledge, the understanding, and the ability to play ball in the way that you weren't before. So and Penix and the way Burrow plays the game, unfortunately, the last 2 or 3 years, he's been out the whole season when he did get injured. But here's the thing. When he's healthy and he has weapons, he has been known to produce. And unfortunately right now, I'm not poo-pooing on Michael Penix, but in the 14 games he started, he just hasn't produced enough offense to put points on the board or help the team get in a position to put points on the board. So bringing in someone like a Joe Burrow, whose money is going to be high regardless. Yeah. You bring him into this system with the weapons that we have. Now you allow Michael Penix to actually sit and develop. You're not forcing him to be the future now. You allow him to get a year or two to really develop his game and work on what he needs, whatever weaknesses he may have. That gives him time to really work on that. And now look at
trade that guy up out of here. That man is gonna be 26 years old. He's gonna be about old as hell before he get in there. So I can't help that they took him at a later age. He doesn't have all this time to be sitting on the bench learning from nobody. You might well get his ass out of here then. Trade him out of here. You don't want him, you don't like him, get him out of here. And bring in a Joe Burrow.
So here's the thing, because it's not going to happen because of the contract situation with Kirk Cousins. However, that was put out by a reputable ESPN source that actually put that out, because that's not no hoax. That's actually, it's rumblings for that right now. Joe won't out of Cincinnati right now.
Yeah, I know he do.
He won't out of Cincinnati. That's the cheapest franchise that won't pay you and will ask you to sit there and give blood, sweat, and tears to a franchise that don't give a damn about taking care of their players. So I understand that. But at the end of the day, I look at it like this. Got a guy that's done been through hellfire and brimstone, done won everywhere he's went. Literally has won everywhere he has gone.
Yeah.
And you got a chance to bring that in? If he pissed off, come on over here.
Oh no, I ain't knocking Joe Burrow. I love Joe Burrow.
I know you're not knocking him, but I also know that we're not forgetting about Penix. It's just this was brought up because of Kirk Cousins' contract.
Man, they forgetting about him. Just trade him. Every time I get on this show, it's about some damn bullshit with Penix. Come on, man.
Yo, you know
they don't like him,
dude. You know you just touched this now, right?
Yep.
I apologize, fans. I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead and put in the pot.
Yeah, put that money in the pot, man.
Put in the pot.
But anyhow, all I'm saying is this. I get it. I hear what you're saying, but I'm looking at it from this standpoint. We need somebody that's going to produce, because you still got contracts you got to sign. A lot of these guys are not getting ready to hang around here. And that's just what that is. A lot of your playmakers on defense and offense, they're not trying to stay here with this foolishness that we have right now at all. So again, it's a lot of stuff that's getting ready to pretty much go down. And the sad part about it is this. Everybody can feel how the hell they want to feel about it. But again, all I can say is this. We have to figure out what we're going to do with Kirk at this point. He's they didn't trade him away. He's going to be here. So you got to figure out what you're going to do with him, because I'm letting you know now. I don't give a damn how none of you feel. If we got a chance to bring in a quarterback that has won on each level and literally was a throwaway from a championship, hey, bring him, because he played for a horrible organization and won with a trash defense.
If you look at Kirk's contract, his contract is a lot easier to be traded away this year. So whether he's a March 1st designation or a June 30th designation, either way, it helps the Falcons save money. On top of Darnell Mooney coming off the books, because he will no longer be here either. I'm almost certain of it. So with those two guys and their hefty contracts coming off the books, it would be real easy to finagle getting someone like a Joe Burrow in Atlanta. It can be done. It's how much they're willing to play ball to make it happen. But here's the thing, Cousins is everything is going to depend on Cousins accepting the trade, because he still has a no trade clause that he can use at any time. So,
and then on top of that, we still need to figure out about our coaching situation.
So Burrow said he wanted to come to Atlanta, or that's just 3 teams that possibly could get him.
That's 3 teams that can possibly get him. We like the 3rd team that can possibly get him.
However, there's still a lot of rumblings and whatnot, because he actually does like our offense.
Okay.
He's actually spoken on that before, in interviews. He actually likes this offense.
Yeah, they can pull it off, though. They can pull it off. Hey, look, we ain't had a quarterback like that probably since a Matt Ryan or something, that was confident and know how to run the offense. Like I say, just, the health is the same thing as what we have now. So we just got to stay healthy. But I would love that they can pull it off.
I'm with you on this, Brant, because here's the thing. Let Raheem walk and you bring in a Joe Brady or a Zach Taylor with this dude, with the defense. You don't touch the defense and you let these dudes come in here with this offense that we have, pieces that we have. All I'm gonna say is this: get ready for a straight playoff run if you get either one of these dudes or even a Cliff Kingsbury up in here with these type of weapons.
Thank you.
That's all I'm saying.
Say his name, bro.
That's all I'm saying. But moving on to the next night, because we already see how everything is right here. Oh, Brant, you ain't no good. He talking about, and he said all we need is a kick.
You ain't lying.
Well, you got to go get Woodring. I mean, come on.
You either get Woodring or you get the kid from Iowa. He kicks in the cold, kicks in the rain, in the
come on, man. Hey,
one
give
of
my boy
those
Zane some love, man. We not gonna dog my boy. Give
Who's
my
that?
boy some love.
Zane Gonzalez can get his monkey ass out of here too.
Oh, Zane Gonzalez. Oh, no, I mean, I'm not knocking Zane because he did okay.
We need a vet on the team, though.
But if they're gonna go kicker, I just know more about Woodring. I'm not knocking the guy from Iowa, but I've seen all of Woodring's kicks. I haven't seen every single kick the guy from Iowa had. I just know more about the guy. That's all.
And the thing is, only reason I'm saying that is because when you got a guy that can kick in high winds, rain, sleet, and different weather, because think about it. You go back to the Oregon game that they played in recently, it was very nasty weather. And the guy was booming them 40, 50 yards out while the wind was cutting up. And I'm looking at it like this. I need a guy that can kick in all elements. And I love Peyton Woodring, but if you got a chance to bring a guy in here that's been in bad environments weather-wise, that helps us, because how have our kickers fared kicking outside so far? Honestly.
Terrible.
No, what I'm saying is Woodring, they don't play indoors, so he's kicked outside. I mean, it gets windy out there in Georgia, kicking outdoors, so they got an outdoor field. So I'm not gonna poo-poo him just because he didn't play in Iowa.
It ain't like kicking in Iowa because you got 20-mile-an-hour winds. You ain't getting that in Athens. I
mean, they have high winds here. They have cold weather. I mean, it's not Iowa's weather,
Pinion
but
Pinion didn't get no love.
Where Pinion? Oh, don't let Pinion chase anyone. What? I didn't see it. What did he say? What did he say about Pinion?
So he said, "Don't let Pinion chase any." He said, "Don't let Pinion."
He can't run in the shoes.
No love.
Oh man, that's a good one, Coach.
So here's the thing, man. We sitting here talking about different moves and different things that could possibly happen or whatnot. But again, it's Falcons. We're gonna get to the Arizona Cardinals game, but we got to talk about a few of these things that have gone on already with this team. So before we get to that, we're gonna go ahead and take a commercial break, pay some bills, y'all. You know how we get down. Like we say, you either get right or you get left. Go ahead and get right. We got you covered. Swooping in like the peregrine falcon, the Birdcage is gonna take you on a journey. Tap in with us before every Falcons game. We have the pregame meal where fans can come in, talk about their likes, dislikes, and concerns for the upcoming game. Also, we have the halftime analysis that you check out. And then we have, for every fan afterwards, the party line and benediction post-game show. You know how we get down. You either get right or you get left. We'll catch it in. Ghost. Birdcage. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is how we gonna get ready and get to it. We also have the other birds that are terrible that we got to go up against on Sunday, the Arizona Cardinals. Now, one of the things that we have to talk about, which is too little too late, Chris Blair was elevated last week for the Tampa game, which he should have been elevated much, much sooner. And it's pretty much piss poor with this franchise and how they've handled personnel. That was a guy that could have helped us win some big ball games, him and Kadero Hodge. But again, when you have a blundering idiot as a head coach, this is what happens. And when you have people that are delusional about what we have, this is what the hell you get. A lot of regrets and a lot of, you know what? Y'all was right. This is how it's going to be. Look, instead of just sitting here being delusional about what we got, let's be real about what we have. We don't have a great receiver in Darnell Mooney. You should have moved this man up from the jump. He was much better than David Seals. He was much better than Casey Washington. But yet and still, you don't want to give this man no burn. And now you want to give him burn at the end of the season. How do y'all feel about this, fellas?
Just another exciting episode of the Falcons management.
Man, I'm really upset about that, man. But it is what it is.
I mean, I'm like, well, when I heard about it, I just laughed about it. I'm like, we've been trying to get this man on the field since like week 3 or 4, and now y'all want to bring him in like week 15.
I've been vouching for the guy since training camp.
So it's
I just stopped saying his name. I was like, they ain't paying no attention to me, man. The Falcons ain't listen. I was like, the guy looked the part, man. I mean, like I said, I spoke to him at training camp. I mean, he looked like a bona fide NFL receiver. I'm like, so I'm gonna go ahead and give Kool-Aid his props, man. Kool-Aid said, man, the boys is all about favoritism. They favoritism them guys. That's why these guys playing, man. It's like a little league football around here. Oh, I like the guy. He has a good character, but is he gonna help you win? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Well, that's just what my statement on it. I feel like it's favoritism. These guys play the guys that they like, that maybe show up to practice early, but I want these dogs. I want guys to go out there and make plays. This guy was the most productive receiver you had in the preseason, and you just now bringing him up. You might have left his ass on the practice field.
Hell, they didn't even elevate Kadero Hodge, who won games. Them two was dangerous together, and that was another problem.
That's another blunder.
And you've been preaching Blair, so did Kool-Aid, but I've been on the Kadero Hodge bandwagon since he's been here.
You've been on the Kadero Hodge.
The problem is you don't want to get this dude a chance, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. He's better than what you have. Him and like, put it this way: if God forbid, knock on wood, if Drake and Mooney went down together, those two need to be your starters. You got two receivers that can run routes, play special teams, and they are technicians with routes. They don't drop much. So again, I look at all the drops Mooney had this year, and I'm like, damn, we know you're not 100%, but that goes on the coaching staff for putting him out there when he wasn't ready with a broken collarbone that they did not report. And I was saying this earlier this year. He still was not 100%. And him being on the field was more of a detriment than it was a help. So
he still don't like you 100%.
No.
But that's the crazy part about
he won't be until after the season's over with, pretty much.
That man still he look more like a shell of himself. I understand we brought him back early, but at this point in the season, when you ain't really did too much of nothing, you should be at least ready to go, man. He did himself a disservice.
And that's the problem. The problem is, again, when you have people that don't understand how to use personnel, it's a problem. And my thing is this: I don't give a damn if you got a title that says Atlanta Falcons GM or Atlanta Falcons. Like, let's be honest, man. Ego and pride has brought us to this point. Because let's be honest, it's more of us Falcon content creators fighting against each other than it is us teaming up talking about how good this is. Let's keep it 100. Most of us argue with each other damn near every episode. Or if it ain't here, we arguing with other content creators. So again,
it's true.
This is what happens when you have two different sides of viewing everything, and not just viewing everything. When everybody comes together and actually sees the real problem, and it's too late. And that's a problem. Us as fans, we gotta start holding these fools accountable. And the problem is, if you're gonna hold them accountable, they can't hang up on everybody on the caller station, because that's not gonna be a good look. If you got events that you go to, start talking to them, start opening your mouth, start saying stuff. Because guess what? Pressure busts pipes
every time.
So it's time for us to bust some pipes so we can get some diamonds out of this. That's how I'm looking at it. Thank you. And this is just what it is, man. This, for all the Falcon fans, we literally are in this fight just like this.
You belong in here. They don't know what you've been through, and they sure don't know what we've been through.
Yeah, they don't know what we've been through. We lived through 28-3. We lived through 1998. We lived through watching Brett Favre and Deion Sanders leaving Atlanta. We lived through getting embarrassed and just being and giving up leads in the playoffs. We've lived through all of this. So again, what else is there for us to experience pain-wise? We're gluttons for pain.
Yeah,
At this point, I'm done taking pain. I'm pretty much holding these bums accountable.
But we went through a lot. I'm talking about a head coach just leaving a note on the table, not even acknowledging nobody until leaving. To this day, I'm still like, I'm still to this day, I'm still like, huh? Like, but yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah. Before you fire me, I'm gonna get the heck up out of here. I mean, that's a smart coach. Is it me?
Man.
You left in the middle of the season. Bobby Petrino still ain't gonna get no love over here.
I ain't giving him no love. I'm just saying. I ain't giving him no love.
I despise this dude worse than I do Shanahan. And a lot of people don't understand that. Here's my thing. I despise Shanahan too, because he cost us a championship. But I despise somebody that don't even finish the season. You walked out of Atlanta.
He will never get
in the middle of the season. We didn't even get a chance to see what could possibly happen or whatnot. And he walked. So to hell with Bobby Petrino. Right? Listen, I hope everything he touches as a coach, not as a person, not personally, but everything you touch, I hope crumbles as you coach it. I hope it crumbles because the way that you left this team was jacked up.
Then we had to rely on Joey Harrington for the remainder of the season. Lord have mercy.
He didn't even try to bring nobody else in here that was worth a damn.
Put them from dark times.
And here's the thing. I've been saying this for the longest. Been saying this since the show started. Start giving these HBCU boys love. Because go to the how can I put it? Celebration Bowl showed you it was a ton of talent on that field. And Terry Fontenot was at that game.
Yeah, he was.
Ton of talent on that field.
Hey, Coach Cam, you remember Chris Redmond following you?
Don't even.
What? Don't bring his name up. Toilet bowl.
Down the toilet, man. No, we ain't gonna do that. But unfortunately,
all you can do is laugh at the pain.
Hey man, unfortunately, when you got this offense, this is all you see, man. At this point, it's just
so predictable and stupid. The man comes straight ahead. He's tailor-made for me, and he's gonna get hurt.
That's pretty much how that offense is. It's predictable and stupid. Shout out to Mr. T. Thank you, Clubber Lane.
That was goated.
It's predictable and stupid. Let's be real. I'll run it back for you. So for those in here, let's talk about it. We talked about the ego and the pride of this. Now, we beat Tampa. We figured out a way to win that game with penalties. We won that with 19 penalties. But let's talk about this offense for the rest of the season. After what we saw, just
so predictable and stupid. The man comes straight ahead. He's tailor-made for me, and he's gonna get hurt.
And Raheem Morris is hurt right now. He hurt. I'm sorry. I had to go in my bag with that one, man.
Hey, man, we appreciate that one.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Where did I lie?
No lie. No lie. No lie. No lie. That was good. That was good. Boy, that was good.
God.
That was good.
Man.
He can outpredict, bro. Boy, he brought out the Clubber Lane.
Damn right. It's the truth.
Boy, that's still one of the great interviews in Rocky history. You talk about so predictable and stupid.
And guess what? And you know how he said what his prediction is? Pain. And guess what? All of us Falcon fans are experiencing pain.
Endless pain.
Endless pain at this point. But let's get to these matchups, man, this week, man.
Whoa, boy, that was good.
We got two of the worst teams in the NFL squaring off against each other. The Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons. Woo! It hurts to say that.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. It hurts to say that we're terrible, but it's the truth.
Haven't they beat up like the past 2 times?
Yep. With a little midget for a quarterback.
Yeah, he came right off injury and beat him. Man, come on.
Yeah, we're 5-9 and we're 5-9 and we're 3-11. The battle of the bruised birds. That's what this game should be called. But guess who we get to see? A former quarterback who beat us with the Cleveland Browns, Mr. Jacoby Brissett.
And he's having a great year for a backup quarterback.
They ain't gonna let him go.
But anyway.
Hey, no lie, bro. I live in Arizona. They're literally trying to give away those tickets. Like literally trying to give them away. I kid you not. Like if you go to, I believe it's the Carl's Jr. right across from the stadium, if you buy a large meal, you'll get 2 tickets to the game. That's the promotion.
Man, you lying.
I kid you not, bro.
Wow.
You lying.
I promise you.
So, fellas, let's go ahead and talk about the injury report we got coming up right now. So before we get to these matchups.
2 all Patty and Falcon tickets.
The injury report. Bijan Robinson.
No, they're Arizona Cardinal tickets. They playing the Falcons, but they're Arizona tickets.
Man.
Go ahead.
Arizona's
Bijan Robinson's out with an illness. D. Alford is out with an illness.
I didn't know all this.
No, they got full participation, but everybody's getting that bug. So I mean, they practice, but we don't know if they're gonna play. That's the thing. Is I'm battling that right now. So I definitely
if they got that bug I got, well, I'm just getting over it. They ain't playing. But I was out. I don't even know how I did these shows last week. I was just
and then Leonard Floyd's got an illness, but now you got limited practice. Jesse Bates just resting at this point. Drake London, his knee. Another one, Kyle Pitts, the man who showed out last week, is out with the limited participation with a knee. Lakel London, his shoulder. Ruka Roro is growing. And the guys that didn't participate, Kadero Hodge, shoulder. Mike Hughes, ankle. Brandon Dorless, illness in the shoulder. And the funny part about it is Kadero Hodge has been in and out of this lineup all year. He was a healthy scratch. Now he's hurt. He's healthy. Now he's hurt. I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on with this now. Now it's starting to kind of look suspicious to me.
I agree.
Because when I went to the Jets game, he was 100% healthy, sprinting up and down the field like it was nothing, going through warm-ups. So again, could this possibly be a situation behind the closed doors like what happened with Ray Ray? Because some guys are getting tired of Raheem.
Could be. It does got that vibe.
Because he was a healthy scratch, if you remember.
But
it's more problems we got right now.
A lot of people have failed to realize that Ray and Kadero were actually very close. They were probably the closest thieves on that team. And I know that everything that Ray has been saying, Kadero has been front and center, supporting his friend and his brother. So a lot of times you can actually look at this and be like, hey, this is like Coach Kerr and Jonathan Kuminga in the NBA with the Golden State Warriors. Any small thing that you do to go against the coach, I'm going to find a way to punish you for it. It doesn't matter how great you play. It doesn't matter about the talent you have. You cross me, and I'm going to make sure that you don't play. I've never seen a person have a healthy scratch injury for 2 weeks, comes back, plays maybe 7 snaps, and then he's a healthy scratch for a month.
That doesn't make sense.
How does that happen?
This feels a little. It's 2 totally different situations because Kadero's not a star on the team, but he's a guy that is a local star, as a special teamer. It kind of gives me the vibes of Al Davis and Marcus Allen all over again. No matter what you do, it's going to be a problem here. You could do something well, and it's going to be a problem here.
Agreed.
Think about it, fellas. God rest Mr. Davis' soul, but that was a very ugly situation, and everybody knows that Al had an ego. Everybody knows that, but Al won. That's the difference. Raheem ain't winning. So you really can't have too much of an ego if you ain't winning. It's just how can I put it? It's just pretty much, I'm gonna drum it up in one phrase.
You're in space in its sport.
That's how I feel about Raheem at this point.
Yeah, all that rah-rah last week, that was cringy as hell, man.
And that's why I gave him this soundbite of
You're in space in its sport.
pretty much. Your team is 5-9 and you jumping in front of the camera and celebrating and flexing like we getting ready to go to the playoffs.
No,
This is a sick Negro.
It's cringy for one because I don't see that same fiery from you when your feet are being held to the fire. You try to be calm and debonair almost, and trying to hand over a terrible pie, if you know what I mean. So, unfortunately, when things start to go his way, you get to see more of who Raheem really is. He's an egomaniac. You really can't tell him nothing. And for him to act the way that he did on Thursday night was corny as hell. I'm gonna call it for what it is. It was corny because you should have lost that game with how terribly it was called, how from the refs. Number two, we look pretty pitiful on offense, and then again, everything that you've done so far this season with personnel management and firing certain coaches that shouldn't be fired and keeping coaches that should be fired. Why do you have room to talk the way that you're talking? You have zero room to be acting the way that you're acting. Because half of the failures, they start with you.
Yeah. I mean, you really can't. I mean, that's the simplest way to put it, right? How you feel about it?
I agree. I mean, I understand that you were excited about the walk-off victory that we beat the Bucs. All right, cool, but where was this at week 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? You know what we got consistently? We got to find a way to win. We got to find. We've been finding a way to win for the past 3 years under your regime. That's all we got. So I mean, just be consistent with your energy. That's all I'm trying to say, man. Any other time you over there singing and dancing and trying to do the Dougie and stuff, man, and we still catching L. So help it make sense. That's all I'm trying to say.
Man, it's just awful. K-Dub.
Oh man, I mean, Raheem basically giving us the finger, man. I told y'all what he did, that he trolling. He's like, man, I'm gonna go out. I'm going out the way I want to go out. Y'all gonna fire me. That's what I mean. This is my sentiment. He like, screw it.
He's not wrong though.
I mean, that's what I took from it. That's what I took from it. He just trolling us. He hear everybody, hear all these shows. If he not here, if somebody else is listening to the show, looking at all the social media, and he's basically throwing his finger up to the fans, to everybody that swear they know everything, us couch coaches or whatever he wants to call us, and he's basically throwing his middle finger up to us, man. If I'm gonna go out, let them fire me, and then we'll really talk about you real bad once you get fired. Cause we're talking bad, but we ain't talking about you real bad till you get fired and you get the that hot seat like they got on the Dr. Pepper commercial, and we ain't gonna turn it off.
Hey, somebody else finally said it. I've been saying this since he walked through the door. I already knew what it was. Here's my thing. You are what your record is. There's no changing that. I'm sorry. And there's no such thing. Guys get to change things. But hell, even though Belichick was bad in Cleveland, hell, he got him to the playoffs. He actually started to turn them around before they went to Baltimore. You know, and I'm just looking at it from a standpoint of, look, you have yet to make strides to make this team actually be a championship caliber team or a playoff team.
What is his record now? 34, 56, or 57?
That man is 25 games below.
Closer to 60 losses than he is to 50 wins.
I mean, almost 25 games below 500, man.
But hey, at this point, it's just like this. We got to find a way to get his ass up out of here. That's all I'm saying at this point.
But they
And
keep.
no, the problem is this. Arthur Blank said he's supposed to evaluate the staff at the end of the season.
Yeah.
What the hell is there to evaluate?
You had 3 years to evaluate.
Yeah, I'm like, what do y'all evaluate? I'm with the historian. What does it take for you to evaluate this
You got a whole
mediocrity?
season to evaluate. You got the whole season. There's nothing left to evaluate at the end of the day at the exit meeting. This is a legitimate exit meeting. You're being exited out the building because you ain't coming back.
This is all I need. This is all I need for Arthur Blank to do. Arthur Blank, this is what I need for you to do, sir. You got one foot on a banana peel and the other one elsewhere. I'm not gonna say because I'm not wishing that on you, but you halfway there anyway. But this is what you need to do.
Get out of there. Get going with it. Take them good. Get it over with, why don't you?
That's what you need to do. Get it over with.
That's the trainer, huh? That's the trainer.
You gotta get this over with at this point. Hey, that's the best that I can give you. That's the best that I can give you at this point.
I mean, how much failure do you need to look at? I mean, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Look, I just need to know. I just need to know this here. Who's gonna play the worst on Sunday? At this point, who's gonna play the worst?
It's gonna be a competition. I ain't gonna even lie.
Buda Baker is still playing. Jacoby Brissett is playing. Josh Sweat is on their team. I mean, they got some ball players over there. Calais Campbell's over there. So
Calais is still playing. Calais is still playing.
Yeah, they didn't want to pay Calais. We had a D tackle with him.
And he want to play, and he's playing hard. So
Exactly.
I don't know.
I think he could have helped groom them young bucks because you saw what he was doing when he was helping when he was here.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand why they didn't keep him. I thought they gave him an offer. Maybe they lowballed him and he left. But they should have kept him around, man. He was a great influence on the those young defensive linemen. But like I said, they make bonehead decisions. We talk about that every week, man. They're always making some silly decisions.
And here's the thing. We got a lot more that we're going to probably dive into during the offseason, too, coming up, because it's still a lot to talk about. And no, we're not going to talk about Raheem every day. Because if you notice, we mentioned him somewhat in this show today, but we really didn't talk too much about this idiot today. I'm not giving him too much more of the spotlight. He already has too much of that already. So my thing is I want to talk about other things about this team that we need to fix. Because we obviously know we need to fix the head coach. We obviously know that. So there's no need to, it's only so many ways that you can slice it, so many ways that you can serve it. I mean, it's just what it is. But my question is, even though Blank is going to evaluate the team, are you going to keep this defensive staff intact? Or are you going to let these dudes walk? Yeah, this is the honest question we got to ask.
Good question.
As a defensive coordinator, me personally looking at the defense as great as it's played, it's shown where it has holes, especially in how we play the run. We get gashed way too often. But do you allow the coach, the defensive, do you let Albrecht have an offseason to really work on those weaknesses with players that he feels would be better to help his defense and how he wants to run it, whether it's north, south, east, west, or everyone slanting. We have pieces, but also we've played other players out of position, so that's left us with less depth that could have helped us elsewhere. But honestly, I say keep Albrecht here because for the majority of the season, you were a top 2 defense. Whether it was yards per game, points given up, or whatever the case was. And now you're at the top of the list in sacks, where you've been pretty much bottom feeders over the last 6-7 years. So this is the first year that we've had almost 60 some odd sacks in a season. That we haven't done that in almost 9 years.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
About that year.
So when you look at how the last 2 seasons the defense has easily become one of the focuses of this team, do you allow the consistency to grow, or do you try to say I can find somebody better and then mess everything up?
Yeah.
Who knows at this point? That's all I can say is who knows at this point.
I just got a funny feeling.
I just feel like we need to we've improved our defensive line and getting the sacks, but we got to improve on that linebacker play, man, and covering up those holes and coming down and hitting people in the mouth, man, when they're running the football. And if we can get a better defensive tackle, like we've been talking about, I think that will help us tremendously. But I do like Ulbrich, but he has to show up all these rushing yards that they're giving up. But yeah,
all we need right now is depth.
Yeah,
I'm tired of all the other foolery, all the foolishness. My man say,
I ain't coming for no foolishness.
I need depth. I need depth right now because your offensive line depth has been awful. Your defensive line depth is not the best right now. Again, we cry, but here's the thing: linebacker can be fixed. That's the easiest thing to fix because this linebackers all over the place that can play. But the problem is you can't do anything with any linebackers or any skill players offensively if you don't have anybody up front that can keep people off of them, period, on both sides of the ball. You can't. And at this point, this needs to be addressed this offseason. It has to be. If it's not addressed, we're going to be sitting here having these same debates and arguments.
Agreed.
And then you're gonna have more players that get hurt offensively if we don't have any depth.
Or players leave.
Thank you. Because if they see that you're not trying to build for this organization and build for the future, you're gonna have the same thing that happened. Think about it. Barry Sanders left Detroit because they were not trying to build that team to help him win. They did not try to help him at all. Barry carried that franchise. He had some good players around him, but they didn't have the greatest offensive line. Hell, they had a solid defense, but they never fixed the line. They never gave him a quarterback. So he looked at it from a standpoint of, I've been here 9 years, going on 10 years, and it's the same song and dance. If you're not trying to put people up here to help me, I'm not getting ready to waste my best years because I got to live once this game is over with. And that's what fans have to start thinking about. There's life after football. These injuries add up. Put it this way. Your health when you're done playing this game is never the same. A piece of you is left on that field. Shouldn't play. If you actually played this game for a long period of time, my fellow ball players out here, you understand what I'm talking about. Yeah. If you've been injured before, you know. Your life is not the same once you take these pads off. At all. And every athlete we've had on this show has said it. Some have been blessed not to be as injured as some others.
Yeah, but even Drake London was saying all these injuries he's been piling up on. You know, he may end up cutting his career short and go ahead and hanging them up. And then the way he was talking during that interview, you know, it didn't sound too good. So, like you said, you're making a valid point there, historian.
I'm looking at it because here's the thing. I had 2 knee injuries. I'm a former DB. Penix got 3. We got a couple of guys on this team with knee injuries. And I'm telling you, life is different when you get old. I'm not saying old, but when you get older. You know, you might not even be 40. I'm not 40 yet. But here's the thing. I already know I'm going to have to get a knee replacement eventually. It's already coming. And that's
you might have to get a hip replacement because that knee messing up everything on that leg.
Well, everything else is intact. That's why I've been getting my checkups. I'm good, but it's more so if you don't handle that now, it's gonna be tough later. Because look, you still got some of these. And here's the thing: it's a lot more. And the scary part about it is this: you see more skill position guys getting hurt worse than some of the guys in the trenches. That's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. And the guys in the trenches hit on every play.
That is a
You
fact.
know,
There's a
and
collision every
it's
play.
scary to think about it. Like God,
true.
you know, God bless him. Daryl Talley, an underrated linebacker that played in the 90s, late 80s, early 90s for the Bills. Very good linebacker, had great numbers, gets overlooked. Daryl Talley has issues with remembering how to get to his house coming from the highway sometimes.
Oh,
That's why, you know, he's got to use GPS to get home, but they get guys that get lost. This stuff happens. This stuff happens. These guys have aches and pains. Most of their financial gain, that's the reason they try to get guaranteed money, goes towards medical expenses. Because guess what? Insurance companies don't want to insure somebody that's already broken up and jacked up. They're not going to do that. That's why they tell you, make sure you get you some insurance before you leave the league while you're still healthy. So they can't deny you if you already have health insurance. So again, I'm looking at it from this point. If we can't get our depth right, we're gonna see a lot more guys leave Atlanta early. And we might, and I hate to say it, we might see more guys go down with more injuries if we can't protect the guys that are supposed to be making plays.
definitely.
That is a fact.
So hopefully we can get this right. But if not, hey, we're gonna be sitting here having the same conversation as we're having right now. But anyways, let's go ahead and get to the X factors of this pretty much of the ball game right now that's coming up this week. Okay, fellas. Cam, who you got first? It's Cam, Gray, K-Dub, and me.
X factor for offense is Kirk Cousins. Can he manage a game properly? Can he not try to overdo it? Defensively, I'm gonna go James Pierce. The rookie's been killing it. 6.5 sacks.
8.
Third highest hurries in the league in the top 3 for rookies. I think top 10 in the NFL. So those would be my 2 X factors.
Damn. Gray Beard?
Oh man.
Who coached Lou Head on defense? Who had on defense?
James Pierce.
You got James Pierce. X factor on offense. I am gonna go with.
Don't you say it. Don't you damn it say it.
No, I won't. I had enough of that. I'm gonna go with Tyler ARZ.
Who he say had no what? What are you talking about?
No, I have. I'm gonna go with Tyler ARZ. I think this might be a Tyler ARZ type of game, running the football, trying to play clock and time of possession. So that's my guy on offense. On defense, I'm gonna go with boy. I'm gonna go on your Yamada on the defensive line. We need to try to contain the running attack on offense, and we already know Jacoby ain't gonna move like that unless he have to. So we ain't worried about this man scampering for 40 and 50 yards. But I like Onyemata trying to plug up that middle to give James Pierce and Walker an opportunity to get back there in the backfield and attack the quarterback.
K-Dub.
Offense. Let's go. I don't know. You said he was with an illness. If Bijan plays, I go with Bijan. They love to feed him the rock. And defense, I go Jesse Bankhead or Jesse Bates. He ain't Bankhead right now. He ain't really been Bankhead right now. So Jesse Bates on defense.
Buford Bates.
Well,
I don't know. Buford just won a high school championship.
Yeah.
He ain't even Buford right now. So
Yeah,
Jesse
Buford
Banks.
just did beat They did beat Carrollton. That was a good game too.
It was some good. It was some good high school game. I watched it. I think I watched a lot of all them games, man. I watched a lot of good high school games.
That was a good
just
game.
call him Bainbridge Bates.
There you go, Bainbridge. Bainbridge. We'll give you Bainbridge. I like that. Right now, you got to earn that Bankhead back.
Bainbridge.
So, for me, this is how I'm feeling right about now, y'all.
You're gonna have to go through hell. Worse than any nightmare that you ever dreamed. In the end, you know you'll be the one standing.
I'm always standing. I'm always gonna stand.
Boy, that was depressing.
Damn
So
it.
depressing, brother. that got dark real quick.
I'm telling you.
If I gotta go through there, you gonna catch me still
So for
standing.
me, my X factor in this game defensively is gonna be Divine Diablo.
Okay.
Gotta have him. I don't even want an offensive player. Hell with y'all.
Yeah, I was thinking hard.
I'm gonna tell you who my X factor is gonna be. I'm gonna go with my reliable player, Bradley Pinion. I got Bradley Pinion and Divine Diablo. I know Bradley gonna flip the field for me, and I know Diablo gonna make some plays. The mother Cyrus Jokers and
Hey, look,
my brain.
Blair might actually get in the game, man. You could have killed Blair.
no. Listen, with what we've endured this year,
You're just wasting it for.
that's how I feel right now.
Hold on. They played the Buford game out in Arizona. Hey, that was okay. I didn't know that.
That's why you was able to see it. They had it on YouTube. They were showing.
Yeah.
Oh, YouTube. Okay. I was like, wow, they showing that GBTV.
Now, here's the thing. Well, GA Texas boy, I haven't been wrong about my picks so far this year. I'm pretty much batting 85% right now. My opinion ain't missed. I'm willing to take a bet on that one. Opinion will probably cover a spread for me. I got him playing it 3 times in this game.
Yeah, I was okay about 3 or 4.
I'm saying 3. I know we gonna have.
More than that.
Listen, I know we gonna have at least 3 guaranteed in this sucker.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
At least 3. So Bradley Pinion and Divine Diablo are my X factors.
Man, man. Give him an honorable mention, man. You gotta give him somebody on the offense.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with his X factor?
Hell no, these my picks. This is what I'm rolling with.
What's wrong with that?
Hey,
what's wrong with his man picks?
Straight good. But then he get on me last week for saying that my X factor for offense is gonna be my Duce.
I didn't hear you say that last week.
Listen, because they weren't football players, it was just damn alcohol. I at least named 2 football players.
Boy, you talking about?
I didn't hear him say that last week. That was pretty funny.
Listen, Diablo. Listen, Pinion has to go out with the offense. So hell, what we sitting here doing? I'm standing on it. You know I'm not budging.
Nope. You're not.
I'm gonna take what I got, man. I mean, if them guys don't come through, I tried, man. You know, a lot of people are hurt and illnesses and everything going on. So,
man, what y'all got on the score? Because
I'm gonna flip the script. I'm gonna actually pick y'all to win this time. Y'all better not get down here. Blow my thing.
Oh boy, shit.
Since they got so much faith in Kirk now, let's go. I'm gonna go 24-17 Falcons this time. Let's see if they can.
It ain't even Kirk. I just don't trust this damn offense because of what position they get put in. When you got something going and you go away from it, no. That's why I said no. But
they got faith in that man. Let's go 24-17 Falcons. There you go. He set up there. You seen that dissertation he gave today. That a Scoop put in the group chat.
I'm gonna go.
Listen, I saw the dissertation, but what I told you, I said I'm done with these darn I have a dream type speeches right now. The dream has turned into a nightmare.
No, I'm just saying. I mean, I don't know. I think he was just breaking down plays. I don't think he was giving a speech.
I'm gonna go 23-15 Falcons, man.
Okay. What you got, Cam?
23-10 Cardinals.
Ooh. Okay. Hey, look. Hey, he's secretly a Cardinals fan. He live out there. He root for.
Hey, brother. Hey, you'll be hard pressed to see me rock anything.
No, I'm just messing with you. I know you ain't no Cardinals fan.
Ain't never, brother. Ain't never.
Hey,
open that closet behind you.
I don't trust his offense to do what happened last week. I don't trust it.
Hey, look what GA Texas boy said.
Oh, he said, man, these folks selling tickets so cheap.
Y'all thought I was lying. Y'all thought I was lying about
Here's the scary part. That's near.
Not joking,
think about
brother.
it. Think about it. Y'all saw how
GA
close
Texas boy, he said you got scammed. You should have went to the Carl's Jr. We said Carl Jr. and got the Happy Meal and got 2 free tickets.
Hey, you see how close I was. Think about it. You see how close I was sitting in the Jets game. That's how close that is to the field. That's awful. $160 for 3 tickets. Man, look. So my score prediction for this week.
Gee,
I got
it's bad, brother.
Oh,
I got to say it's gonna be 17-14. I don't even think we're gonna break 21 points. Now, if they do, it'll surprise the hell out of me. But at this point, this is how this offense and this team is right now.
So predictable and stupid. The man comes straight ahead. He's still amazing. He's gonna get hurt.
Pretty much. This team is tailor-made. And if they keep becoming tailor-made, all they're gonna do is keep making Atlanta just look like a disgrace, just like he is to this sport.
You're a disgrace to this sport.
But anywho, fellas,
man,
definitely. So I'm sitting here. I got this bug. I've been out of work since Tuesday. I've been jacked up. I don't know how.
You got the same thing I got. Well,
look, I'm high off these meds right now. That's the only reason I'm able to do this show. My throat feels like sandpaper and fire right now. That's what it feels like. But I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a little something for you.
Intelligence has its place, ladies and gentlemen. You have to understand, from the mountaintops of Stone Mountain to Auburn Avenue, we have an idiot head coach. He screwed us out of this season, ladies and gentlemen. We've literally wasted money on PSL and tickets. We've hurt all the young Falcon fans coming up, and we just have no equality at the table of the NFL, ladies and gentlemen. I am not going to be walking with you onto that mountaintop of delusion today. Not never, not ever in this lifetime, ladies and gentlemen. I'm always going to keep it real. And then I'm going to tell you the truth that we're going to make it free at last. Thank God Almighty. This season's over with, and we're going to be free at last.
This is my own rendition of the I Have a Nightmare speech.
man, I have a nightmare.
Hey man, I was just feeling it, dog. It's just look. I'm gonna have to make that a damn. Listen, I'm gonna have to make that a damn clip, and I'm just gonna have to repost that.
That man can instead of I have a dream, I have a nightmare.
Yes, I have a nightmare, and that nightmare has come true.
But back to back for 8 years now.
Thank you.
Consecutive years.
Boy.
It's just been awful. But you know what? Another adventure of Find a Way Man and Pistol Boy. on Sunday at 4 p.m. But for those who are here, we appreciate y'all for tapping in with us tonight. Thank y'all. Ray Beard, Coach Cam, K-Dub, thank y'all for coming in tonight, fellas. Appreciate y'all. Hey, man, y'all enjoy the holidays. Do not let these birds piss you off. Find comedy out of this. Enjoy the win if we get it on Sunday. But if not, enjoy your family, because guess what? You got Christmas coming up. Hopefully the coquito for my folks from the islands. I love coquito, but I don't drink eggnog. I drink coquito. Give me a little coquito. I'll be all right. Watch The Grinch and The Christmas Story. If these fools lose on Sunday, I'll be all right. But for y'all, don't let it get to you. We got to finish the rest of the season strong. And if we can sweep the New Orleans Saints, that's our Super Bowl right there, ladies and gentlemen. So thank y'all for tapping in with us tonight. We appreciate you. We're going to catch you again on Sunday. And hopefully we get this win, man. Check us out on the pregame meal, and just get ready to be
free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, the Falcons season is over with, and we will be free at last. We will catch you next time. Ghosts.